I'm hot, sizzling.
For the final week of the regular season, head coaches Mike Tomlin and John Harbaugh face off for the 31st time. It's the Steelers and the Ravens headed your way on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Today, it's an AFC North matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
So, Charles, we have reached the end here of a long season, Week 18, which we don't say very often, although this is not the first Week 18 that the NFL has ever seen.
Not at all, and Brandon, some of the people might be a little bit too young to remember, but back in 1993, the league experimented with giving teams 2 open weeks for the year, and we also saw Week 18 when the league was on pause for a few weeks in 2001.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins.
What's the deal, y'all? So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
Shifts by him. Shifts past him at the 45. Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Here's a give to Dobbins.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Stephon Tuitt with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game. And this is going to be a Steelers 1st down as he gets it up past the 35.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 61 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. It's Harris. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. Well, these two teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So a win here in Baltimore would give them the season sweep. Meanwhile, Murray's throw into the hands of Lockett. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 23. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. We're scoreless after 1. A giant hole up the middle, and he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. That time a 6-play drive. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. And this one is incomplete. These two teams, you may recall, they didn't play each other till late in the year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 13. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Going deep here for Watkins. And got his man complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They hand this off to Harris. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. the gun. Here's Murray. Forced out to his left. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. They run the counter. Harris. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Rolling to his right. He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 14-7. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The Ravens ready to take over. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. 1st down and more for Jackson. And he's got some space here. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. Edwards. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Escape. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Benardrick McKinney. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. 3rd and goal, Jackson. Along the sideline, finding Andrews for the completion. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. Justin Tucker into the field goal. A 24-yard. Tucker's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're starting to put some space here. The first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 125 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. It's brought in by Harris. He gets away from one, and he's taken down inside the 30. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's Murray. Eluding, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. This taken in at the goal line. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Jackson going to take this himself. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. 2nd and 5 from the 8. Throwing is Jackson. Flush to his right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker with the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's... The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Murray going to throw. He hits his target, Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. To throw is Murray. They'll roll him out right. He gets it complete to Harris. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. To throw, it's Murray. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time of the ball game.
And Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago. And Andrews lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. On 1st down, Harris. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They run again with Harris. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Murray now. Escaping the pressure right. And he's brought down. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll try and run with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly
you
right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 39 yards there, a big one. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's Jackson to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the Steelers are going to have it here just past the 25. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play. Eluding the pressure right. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
On the move to his left. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Harris. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Again, it's Harris. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And this is certainly... And did he break the plane? Yes, he did. Touchdown. Najee Harris punching it in from a yard away. And the Steelers look poised to reach 17-0. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
It certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, That does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore. Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Throwing again on second down. Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Jackson. And that's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Heck of a move, and then brought down near the 23. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Jackson to Bateman there, 1st down Ravens. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry to try again after the sack. Jackson, he gets this underneath to Dobbins. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet down.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Murray with a 3rd and long. Flushed out right. Murray has the 1st down and more. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Flush to his right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
He's going to let it go again. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Murray now to throw.
Escaping the pressure right.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this